Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I am excited to bring you this really fun thank you card. Using the Rainbow of Happiness bundle, you get the stamp set and the dies, and I paired the dies today with another die set called Amazing Thanks. They are amazing. You have the word thanks, the word amazing, and the you are, and then you have backings for them, so it's really fun. I didn't use the backing on this. I just used the main thanks out of the set, and I think it looks really awesome with this bundle, so definitely check it out. The links are in the description below. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Just hit me up and let me know, and I will show you how to order from my online store if you need help. Also, you can contact me on all my social media. All of that is in the description below as well. So definitely check it out. So let's get ahead and get started. We're going to make this really cute card. So the base of our card is Coastal Cabana, and it's a piece of 5.5 by 8.5. And I have scored it at 4 1/4, and we're going to use our bone folder, and we are going to turn this piece over, and I'm going to hold the points together and give it a nice burnish so that it will lay nice and flat. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper because we are going to be doing some stamping today. As you can see, I have used it for other projects, but hey, it works. The ink doesn't get on anything else. Once it's been stamped down, it is good to go. And we are going to be stamping in Coastal Cabana with this cute little dashed line bow in our rainbow. I'm going to use it as a background, so I'm just gonna stamp it just all over. Wherever I think I need another one, I will put it. I think we're good. I think maybe right there. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Let's fill in with our thank you. So this is Melon Mambo. And I love how tiny this little stamp is. It says thank you. I think it's super cute. So I'm going to bring it down a little farther so I can see. As you can see on our card here, we're going to have a circle here, so we don't need too many, but let's go ahead and add it wherever we feel we need to put one. I'm going to grab my circle in a minute once I'm done stamping these, just to make sure that I don't need another one anywhere. All right, let's grab our circle. It is cut with our layering circles, and let's see where it's gonna go. See, I do need another thank you because this one's gonna cover it. It is gonna go to the right, but I think I'm gonna stamp another one right there because that way this one will cover it and we'll see that one. I think that's good. I'm gonna give one more right here. All right, I'm happy with that now. Let's go ahead and close this temporarily. On the inside of our card, we are going to be stamping thank you, thank you, thank you, the little ring. So we will open our card up, and I will grab my ink back again, Coastal Cabana. We're going to stamp one of those in the corner here. And then we are going to stamp the thank you, thank you, thank you. Just wherever you think it will look good. There we go. And then we're going to use our Stampin' Write markers. They're out of the Bright pack. You can buy them, the 10 markers together. It's kind of cool, right? You can get all the Brights, which would be perfect for this stamp set. Don't mind me as I clean our stamps because I just try to keep up with it. So here is the Melon Mambo marker. I'm going to use the thin point, and I'm just going to make a little wiggle all the way around. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do another little squiggle and another little squiggle, and then I'm going to come around here. And every time I hit a thank you, I'm going to just break the wiggle. There it is. Isn't that so cute? So then you have your little rainbow on the inside. So there's the outside of our card. Now you can see a lot is going on. so let's go ahead and put the crease on here. Let's start with our rainbow right here. So this is a layering circle that I've cut out of our basic white cardstock. I used about a 3¼ inch by 3¼ inch piece of our basic white, but I did use a scrap. But if you're measuring, that's the size. It is our largest of the smooth circles. And then I ran it through our embossing folders. They're pretty awesome. They are called striped and splatters. And these are the two textures. So you get a splatter texture and a stripe, and I did stripes this time. So we are going to use our Balmy Blue, and we're gonna color the background of our circle there. So I'm just gonna bring this in a circular motion, and it's gonna look like it's blue instead of white. I just really wanted the texture to pop in the background. I'm just going to give it one more, just around in a circular motion so that my edges are good. Excellent. That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? I'm quite pleased with that. Okay. So now we are going to be gluing our pieces. So we have some cloud pieces and we have rainbow pieces. And the rainbow pieces have 4 colors. I'll show you the die that we're using. And I'm actually using our celebration paper. It's no longer available, but you could use the regular cardstock in the 4 colors. But I just wanted to show you that it is so worth getting, buying stuff during celebration. It happens twice a year. And whenever I announce celebration, head over to my store because it is well worth it. So I use this little rainbow paper right here and I cut those out. There's a die that you lay right over the top. Let me grab the paper so you can see. And here is our die. This one right here, it fits directly over the top and then it cuts these 4 rings. Now you can cut them out of the 4 colors. The colors would be Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Melon, Mango Melody, and Melon Mambo. But this paper is no longer available, but it just goes to show you that those of you who did buy during celebration, you can use this paper. If you did not get a chance to buy during celebration, definitely check out our next one. I believe it's going to be in July and August. It runs for 2 months. And with every $50 purchase, you get to pick some freebies. So it is an awesome opportunity to get some pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the largest bow on my rainbow. And I'm going to use my tweezers to pick it up, and we're going to lay it about right there. And I'm just going to push and get it into place. Let's do our next one. But I did want to show the people who had gotten the celebration paper that you can use it to do this. And if you don't have it, you can use cardstock, like I said. You just have to cut it 4 different times. But the cool thing is you'll be ready to make 4 cards, and you just have to line up the rainbows in different places. You know, like sometimes the largest bow can be the Bermuda Bay, and then sometimes it could be the Granny Apple Green. You just take turns rotating the little bows. They might not be in this exact order, but no one will know what my card looks like, so it's really perfectly fine. All right, so let's go ahead and add this one, press it into place. We have 1 more to go. The littlest one, it's so cute. All right, let's place it. Now, there's also clouds in the die set, and I cut some clouds out of our basic white cardstock. Here are the clouds. So you have 2 that are together and then 2 different ones here. So I did all 4. So I have the largest one is going to go over here. And then I have a small one. And then I have 2 other small ones. that are going to go like so. So these two are going to be lifted and those two are going to be laid down. So let's go ahead and add some adhesive to the backs of these here. So let's go ahead and put this one in place, and that one kind of covers the ends of that rainbow. Just gonna hold it. I'm gonna do this one next. And then this one kind of covers, well, almost covers all the way. You'll see. So now I'm gonna place this one, and it doesn't quite cover, but when we put our second little cloud, we should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in place. Now these are gonna get dimensionals. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip them over. We have mini dimensionals and we have regular size. So I'm going to use 2 minis on each of the clouds because I want them to have a lot of stability. So I'm not just going to put one, I'm going to put 2. And then I'm going to use my take your pick tool and pull the backs off of the dimensionals so that they end up in the trash. And then I'm going to take my clouds and I'm going to stack them. So I'm going to put this one over here like that. Oops, this one stuck to my finger. And I'm going to move this one over so that it covers that little part there. And you can't tell that it, see, just like that. Awesome, right? All right, we are building our scene. Now we're going to die cut out the word thanks. I've already done that. We just have to pop it out. So here we go. And there's some little inner shards. We're going to get rid of those. And we're going to attach our word thanks, and it's going to go here. But before we do that, I want to add some Wink of Stella to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. For those of you who don't know what Wink of Stella is, I'm going to show you right now. It's a pen that has glitter in it, and it's super awesome. I'm going to first use it on my clouds because I just want to add a little glitter to my clouds. Now it dries clear and the glitter doesn't actually come off, so it's pretty cool. I'm just going to rub it on there, and when it's done drying, it'll be clear, but it'll definitely have a nice shimmer to it. Now, Wink of Stella is something that's kind of hard to see on camera, but trust me, it looks amazing, and it's well worth the time that it takes. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over my die cut all over the word, like if I'm writing the word thanks with the pen. I'm going to come back and cross my T here, and let's go back to the N. Go around this piece, and I'm doing it on this paper so that if I get any off, I don't get it on my mat. So let's go ahead, and then I'm going to go back over a second time. I want it to be super shimmery, so I'm just going to go ahead and go over the pieces again. All right, I think I'm happy with that. It looks pretty awesome. I'm going to let it dry. And when we assemble the card, it'll be ready. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. Okay, so I'm going to move our little rainbow off to the side, and I'm going to move our thank you out of camera temporarily. And we are going to work on this piece right here. So we are going to be stamping the words that say, you make this world a better place. And here's the stamp. We're stamping it on our piece of black cardstock. And I do like to use what is called a I think it's called an embossing buddy, and it's kind of like this little sack, and it has powder in it. And if you have any oils in your hands, which of course we all have that, right? But we don't want to deposit it on our paper and then have all of our fingerprints on the paper. So I just run this over the top. You can buy this on Amazon. Stampin' Up used to sell it many, many years ago. It lasts forever. You just buy it one time. You pretty much never have to buy it again. But you can definitely find it there. It's pretty cool. But it eliminates unwanted specks of embossing powder. So we're going to use our Versamark ink now that I have put the powder there. This is our white embossing powder. I just took the little jar that it comes in. They come in jars like this. I just pour it into this container. It's a lot easier to deal with when it is in a container than it is when it is in this itty bitty tiny jar. And we're going to use our Versamark ink. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to move the cover right now. And we're going to ink up our words. And I'm just going to stamp it right here in the center. And I'm going to hold it up so that you guys can see. It's a sticky ink. And you can see it through that powder, right? So we're going to cover this up, our Versamark ink pad, and we're going to take our piece and we're going to run it into this little vat of embossing powder. So I'm just going to let it flow over the top, and then I'm just going to tap. And see, by using that powder over the top, the oils in my hands didn't stay stuck. Now, if you do have any residue or any pieces that are left, if you just grab a small brush, you can just use a brush to kind of get all of the little specks away. You just have to be careful that you don't touch your words, right? You don't want to mess those up. But there's no specks. I'm just kind of trying to show you. There's no specks because of that little embossing buddy. So now we're going to grab our heat gun. Let me go grab that. It's just off to the side. I just have to pick that up. We're going to heat this up. It'll take just a minute, and it is a little bit loud, so if you don't want to hear it, go ahead and mute until you see the heat gun go away. All right, so here is our heat gun. I'm going to get it started, and I'm actually going to put it from the back. I like to heat it from the back. It's just a personal preference that I have. I'm trying to let you guys see the magic happen when it happens. You can also place it down, grab the end of your tool, put it down here, and then you can go over from the top. I prefer to do it from the back, but it doesn't matter. And once it has embossed, you'll see it raises up and it gets very white. I'm just making sure that it's nice and done. Okay, my gun is out of the way. You guys are safe to put your sound back on. So there is our piece that says, "You make this world a better place." So what I'm going to do is grab my little cutter. I have a small guillotine cutter that I keep next to the desk. Again, you can get this from Amazon. When I signed up to sell Stampin' Up, it was a promotion that they were doing for demonstrators. So that's how I got mine. But I'm just cutting the edges. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. Make sure I keep my fingers. There we go. All right, I'm gonna leave that excess at the top, but the bottom section, I'm gonna go ahead and trim that with my scissors. So I'm gonna make a little forked end, and I'm just gonna cut straight up like that. And then I'm just going to come in from the side. I just want to make sure that I know where I'm going. So there's the first one. And then I'm going to come in right here. There's my second one. I think it looks pretty awesome. So now it's time to put our whole little magical part together. This is going to go here. This is going to go here. We're going to bring in our thanks. And we'll be ready to go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold this piece where I want it to fall. And I'm going to put a little bit of wet adhesive in this corner. It is the part that's not going to show because the circle is going to come over the top of it. I think I'm almost out of adhesive here. Might have to open a new one. I just need a little bit to hold it in place. There we go. And I'm going to take my circle and I'm going to attach just like that piece to the end. I really like how that looks, don't you? So now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. So I have to grab my dimensionals. I'm going to use the large ones. And of course we need some down this piece here. I'm going to put one in this corner, and then I'm going to work my way around my circle. And then I want to put one in the middle because I definitely want it to be nice and stable. Now, I also want some dimensionals on my word thanks, but I'm not ready to figure out where they're going to go yet, and I'm going to use little scraps. When you're done with your dimensionals, you can save these little pieces. This is from the regular dimensionals, and the minis have a wider border. And I will show you how we're going to use these to put this together. But let's go ahead and pull the backs off and get ready to place our circle on our card. So let's bring our card over. All right, it's going to be off to the side a little bit. And I want to make sure that I'm up high enough that I cover that thank you there, because remember, I added another thank you right at the end. So there we go. Let's press that into place. So now comes our thanks. You can see that most of it is fitting on our circle, but this end here and this end here, they're going to be off. So I'm going to cut little strips. You can see here on this piece, I'm using my paper snips, and I'm just cutting really thin. I'm going to do 3 to start with. I'll pull all 3 of them off. And we'll start with this first one here. I'm going to pull the backs off of both. Whoops. I didn't mean to throw it down on my card. But I'm going to use that behind the K down this long line section right here. So we'll put that one in place right there. Now the S also needs some support, right? So let's go ahead and pull the backing off of it. And we're going to put that down this section where it will fit nicely on our S, just like that. So now our S has it. Now our N also needs a little help. So we're going to put this right here. All right, let's put it back up on top. That looks like some nice support. Now it does look like my T hangs down at the bottom. So does my H. My A should be okay. So let's cut 2 small pieces again. We're going to do 1 and 2. I'm going to pull them off. And we will pull the backs off. We're going to do a little one down here on the H because that's kind of hanging down. And then our T, I might need to cut it a little bit thinner. That T is kind of thin at the bottom, so I'm going to lift that up and kind of streamline it. There we go. Let's get rid of these. And we'll put that on our T here. It's a little narrower at the bottom, so there we go. All right, so that's the rest is just going to get wet adhesive. So let's go ahead and put it, if I have any. If not, I will have to open a new one. I think that we're finally out. You never know, though. Because, let me get my silicone mat, because usually when this happens, like a huge blob will just like fall out. That's exactly what I don't want to happen, right? So let's see, I'm going to just put it down there on my... I'm going to grab a baby wipe so that I'm prepared in case I need to wipe any glue. I'm going to clean this area, pull that off. All right, let's try again. Let's see if we can get it flowing. See, there's still plenty in there. So the spots that don't have the, I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to add this to this piece here that goes across. And then we're going to use our tweezer. And we're going to grab our thanks. Where are my tweezers? Oh boy. So much stuff everywhere. I definitely want to pull my backs off before I try and glue this down, right? That would be smart. Let's pull them off. Two more. I might have to add more wet glue because now I've just stuck my finger in it. All right, let's try again, guys. Sorry for the craziness. But now you know that I'm a real crafter just like you guys. If you can't laugh at yourself, I don't know. No one else can laugh at you either, right? If you can't laugh at your own self. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more to replace that glue that I decided my finger needed to play with. All right, we're going to figure out where we want our thanks to lay. So we're going to kind of put it on our piece like so. Oh, I love it. It looks awesome. I'm going to tuck that piece underneath my tea. I think that looks amazing. And then with the tweezer, you can, or with your take your pick tool, you can, if you have any pieces of the foam sticking out, you can just pinch and push underneath with your take your pick tool. It's quite the versatile tool. That looks amazing. What do you guys think? Yeah, love it. So let's go ahead and add our beautiful rhinestones. We are using the smallest ones. I think it comes with 3 different sizes, and we're going to use the babies. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to pull them off, and I'm just going to find 3 really cute spots for them, maybe right here. Yep, love it. I like to do them in a triangular kind of pyramid look or something like that, because to me it looks the best to my eye. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you think that 3 is the magic number. I think that turned out super awesome. I'm quite pleased with that card. I hope you are too. And thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, definitely subscribe. If you've been here for a while, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and let your friends know about me. Also, subscribe to make sure you get the notifications, because that way you'll know when I post new videos. But comment, tell me that you're here, tell me that you've been watching or that you've been lurking. Whatever you want to do, but just give me some information. I love to hear from the people that are on my channel. So definitely drop me a line. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below, or you can contact me on my social media. I have it all posted, so you can check that in the description below as well. My online store, all the links to all the products that we used today are there. And if you have any questions, I would love to be your demonstrator. If you have any questions about that, definitely hit me up. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you made it to the end, check out my playlists or other videos that I have. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping, guys!